Yeah.
Why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever? It's because
Because
we
of
are.
their
But there's a
outlook.
real reason for that. Millennials and Gen Z are honestly the first two generations to see the bullshit for what it was. And not only
No.
that, we're the
Bro, everything that he's about to say, I guarantee, is founded in worldly logic. And I know it because I know exactly the spiel he's gonna talk about. He's gonna talk about how we watch technology develop. He's gonna talk about how we got caught up in fear systems because of social media. Welcome back to another video. Hope your day is going good. And in today's video, man, we have Gen Z is crashing out. Now, I don't know what Ty is really talking about here. I mean, in most instances, I could think about it, Gen Z doesn't really want to work. And the video we already spoke on how parents didn't know any better about, the traditional route and setting their kids up. So maybe it's more of that. T-Raw.
I mean, they had to grow up in the hardest time period, bro. The economy is fucked up. The dating pool has feces in it.
This man.
I could go on and on.
Yo, all right, let's go.
I want to know why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever. It's because we are. But there's a real reason for that.
I'm seeing Gen Z talk about life lately, and honestly, I feel it in my chest, bruh. I feel it.
Gen Zs, y'all be lazy. I feel like they be lazy, and
We not listening to a woman who's what's going on with B. Simone's hair, guy? Is she looking up to Dennis Rodman? Fuck.
want things handed to them because they are so used to microwave culture.
I know you're probably tired of people telling you to be a business owner and run your own business and stuff like that. And I'm here to tell you there's definitely benefits of working a 9-to-5, such as like insurance, like healthcare. Like you really don't know how important healthcare is until you have a health scare, or just the stability of having a consistent check coming in from a 9-to-5 can save you a lot of headache, because as a business owner, you have a lot of ups and a lot of downs. Now, while there are benefits to the 9-to-5, a lot of people are saying that the 9-to-5 is starting to feel like a trap. Life is feeling like a finesse, and Gen Z cannot take it anymore. Check this out.
I'm seeing Gen Z talk about life lately, and honestly, I feel it in my chest, bruh. I feel it, especially the 2000 babies. I am seeing it, asking what's the point? What's the point? What are we working towards? Why are we working nonstop just to barely get by? I feel it. It's heavy. And I'm scrolling through the comments and everybody's saying the same thing. You know, I'm tired. I feel this sense of doom. Nothing feels real anymore. Not just talk, right? It's not just talk. It's a collective heaviness. And I'm 27, right? I'm an older Gen Z, but still Gen Z nonetheless. And I felt this in high school. The idea of working a 9-to-5 and coming home and just entertaining yourself and then repeating the next day. Back then, it was already something in my spirit rejecting that. And now, more and more of us are waking up and asking, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? The American dream ain't a dream no more. The American dream is dead. It's survival. It's wild because millennials feel it. Gen Alpha, they're picking it up, and the boomers, they ain't really talk about it. But now everything's coming to the surface. People are thinking about leaving the country. I don't blame them. I've been having those thoughts myself. Living where life doesn't cost your soul. You know what I'm saying? Living where credit.
It finally feels like Americans have caught up. I've felt like this from when I left. You know what? Let's keep it video-wise.
Doesn't rule you. Where you don't have to work yourself into a grave just to
the orange man is watching.
You know, we're up against a lot in this system, right? Let's be honest. Like AI taking jobs, we're already having trouble finding work.
Next thing you know, I see agents pull up at the
crib. Chaos right now. People really going through it, bro. Like I talk to people generally, heart to heart. People are going through it. You know, don't believe everything you know. Not everyone's out here living the glamorous influencer life. You know, you might be doing well if you rich and you live in that life, okay. But for the majority of us, it's not like that. You know, on top of the political chaos, the talks of war, You know
I feel you, brother. I wish I could add on to what you're saying.
All that.
Trust me.
I was in the middle of Costco the other
For
day,
sure.
and I got stopped by a lady. She looked like she was an older millennial.
That's
And she
that
asked me
hurt.
about the rice in my cart, and next thing you know, she's like, I don't even really know what to eat anymore. You know, because it seems like everything here we're being poisoned here in America. The artificial dyes and the.
All right, but listen, at a certain point, you got to ask yourself, when is it about changing my outlook? At the end of the day, man, we can't control the physical. This world, this is all the physical realm, bro. We can only control our reality. So if you want to live a certain way, you don't want to live in fear, you must first dispel the idea that there's something to be afraid of. Now that's going to be hard, right? Because of mental conditioning, social conditioning, social media. But with a lot of soul searching, you'll start to find out what it is that you want, what it is that drives you every day. Because living in fear is next to death.
Preservatives, and we're in the middle of Costco talking about it. We confused about what to buy. We don't know what to get because it seems like everything's just slowly killing us, getting us sick, and having to go get medical bills that are expensive on top of everything else. We are grieving systems that we never asked for, and then we're just expected to keep going like everything's just. I mean, even relationships ain't the same no more. Like,
I would love to ask you, now that you said that, what's your love life looking like? I bet you're the type of dude you get with a girl, you don't trust her. You look through her phone. You call it quits early because you're too scared to get feelings attached. Because your outlook, he says relationships ain't the same no more. Why? Because it's a reflection of what you believe.
relationships, bro. The internet done shifted everything. It's like nobody's really healing. Everyone's just surviving. I'm 27.
I ain't gonna pause
It's
too
hard
much
to even
more.
imagine what
I'm
my
just chill.
30s are gonna look like.
I say it by ranting till the end.
I'm not a pessimist. I'm not a pessimistic person, right? I'm a very positive soul. If you know me and you speak to me, speaking life into people. But when I take an objective look at just what we're dealing with in these,
All right, I'm sorry. I just lied. How he talking about he's speaking life and he just talking about all this negative shit? That's such a contradiction, brother. Bro, I don't want you speaking life into me. I'm gonna be conflicted.
It's bad for the
things filled with fear, it is chaos. It is a lot, right? When you really get into it, we're not crazy. We're not crazy. We're just awake.
Wow, a lot of relatable things that guy just said.
It
And
was
I'm pretty sure there's
relatable.
a lot of people
Right.
watching this video that probably feels similar to how he feels. And I was
But at
reading
what
the
point
comments
do we
and it really
change
had
the
me thinking.
tune,
Like this
dog?
comment right here, it says, the new American dream is
Talking
to
about this
leave
shit ain't gonna
place.
change shit.
In other words,
No
to
cap.
leave America. Or even this comment, food makes us sick, the medicine makes us sicker, internet made everybody accessible and make it easier to cheat, make it easier and easier to cheat. Nobody has morals, loyalty, nothing no more. It's a dog eat dog world. Just to go back to the comment that
Oh,
says
God.
the new American dream is to leave this place. As a family man, I do think about this a lot. I have conversations with people that I know, like, how would y'all feel about leaving the country? Like, and I say that because I see the way the country is going, and I'm like, okay, am I gonna sit around and watch it burn, or am I gonna sit around and watch things get worse, or am I gonna find an exit? Am I gonna find, like, you know, just backup plans outside of here, especially as a man with kids, young kids? Because as a businessman, I understand America from a business point of view, from a business aspect. I also understand
Facts.
from a consumer aspect. America is not built off of comfort for the people. It is built off of business. It's not built off of comfort for the people. It's built
Yeah.
off of cheap labor and taking the money back. If you don't believe me, look at all of the things that we are taxed for in America.
Taxes are high.
We are getting taxed with income tax. We're getting taxed with sales tax. We're getting taxed with property tax. We're getting taxed with motor vehicle tax.
They're all about bread, bro.
I'm sure there's an air tax.
Bro, there's a tax for everything you could, every aspect of life. Even the money, even after you've got taxed, your taxed money is being taxed. In
There's
so
a
many
death
different
tax
areas, right?
too.
Apparently, there's a death tax that happens.
Oh, you just
right?
brought
You
it
can't
up.
even die for free in America.
You can't even die.
Honestly, I think it's truly sad that this is where America is right now. And this is the reality that most of us are living in. And by the looks of politics, it looked like things are only going to get worse. Like, I believe a lot of people in America have this thought that things are going to come back down and things are going to get a lot cheaper. The way I see it is the people that's at the top that are making the money, I don't think they're going to adjust the prices because they've still been able to make money. It's not like people are now not buying groceries. It's not like people aren't still looking and searching for houses. So to them, it's like, why lower the price if the people are still going to buy the stuff? The sad reality is the people at the top are not going to pivot because something is hurting you but benefiting them. That's just how it is. And that's what people mean when they say it's a dog eat dog world. And it shouldn't be like that, but that is how it is. One of the easiest examples that the person at the top really does not care about us is the medicine, the pharmaceutical companies. Like, why are we being given medicine that is going to hook us onto a drug but never really cure or fix the thing that we initially came to the doctors for? But instead, you're prescribing me a medicine I got to take for the rest of my life. And if I don't take it, I'm going to become even sicker than when I first came to you. So you force me to subscribe to a drug that you're going to keep on taxing me for. But you're not going to charge me directly. You're going to charge my insurance.
I've worked, I'm not going to dispose too much on myself, but I worked in the hospital field. And I know for a fact, you know, sometimes they give you medication because the doctor got surveyed from a pharmaceutical company to experiment with these drugs. And you'll hear them when you come in to do your check-in. Hey, we have this new we have this great new experimental drug. I think it will be great for what you're going through. They sign you off. They just want to say, yeah, doc, after he sells you on what it's going to do for you, it's going to give you more energy. Da, da, da. But he don't tell you the cons, though. You stop taking it, nigga, now your dick ready to fall off. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's extreme. That's extreme. I don't even think there's no drugs that do that. If there is, oh my God. I'm just saying, they don't tell you that your body's gonna be worse off than when you started. And now you start taking this shit, and now you have weaker joints. You know what I'm saying? Your libido is down. You know what I'm saying? Just like just little different shit. You get headaches more, your blood pressure rises. I ain't trying to go into too much detail, but you just know that doctors are incentivized because they get paid from the insurance companies, which you don't even see. Your insurance is getting charged 8 bands, 12,000. But you don't see that money coming out. So you don't feel the, oh my God, why? You don't feel the urgency to even question, do I really need this? Because think about it. If you're getting charged for something, you're going to evaluate it mentally. Is this shit really helping me?
Decent.
But because your insurance is paying for it, you just pay a little $20, $10 out of pocket. You don't question the shit.
Yeah.
Something I can't see. Like, if these companies really care about us, if the people that was over all of this really cared about us, why wouldn't they just heal the sick? Like, have you ever seen how much it costs to go to the doctor? Like, I mean, have you ever had to pay out of pocket for a doctor's visit? I feel
Bro,
like
he's speaking on the same shit I just said.
Or the dead is one of the most obvious signs that this is all a business.
They don't give
we're
a
just pieces on the board being moved around. But this is one of the best realizations that you could come to as well.
Facts.
That nobody is coming to save you. Things may not get better. So what can you do?
Gen Zs, y'all be lazy.
Bro, you know when I realized, I'm sorry, I had to cut it on B Simone now. I don't really give a fuck what she got. But anyway, man, what I really want to say to y'all, man, like, the first time I really discovered this, dog, was when I injured my knee and ended my basketball dream. Bro, I went to I think I was out of commission for like 5 months. Bro, once I was able to walk on my own, my knee still shaking like shit through my fucking skin, nigga. Like, I'm talking about, you would stand and I'll be scared to like literally move my next leg and leave all my weight on this shit. And you know what they told me? They were like, oh yeah, you're good enough to work. What? Like, yeah, you could just put a knee brace on and you're working for the rest of your life. I'm like, oh shit, these niggas really don't give a fuck.
Right.
I mean, they really wanted to help me, but once the insurance tells them they not paying no more, like, I don't care. I could fuck with you all I want, but I need to get paid.
They be lazy and they want things handled.
I know I know I just paused it, but bro, peep this, man. What the fuck is going on here, man?
She natural, bro.
No, gang. She
Ain't this what you on it?
Nah, not with this. Not with the black. The black streaks, the blood streaks is crazy, gang. Fuck no. Back to the video.
To them because they are so used to microwave culture.
Now wait a motherfucking minute.
Let that
Let's
slide.
not forget that y'all are the generation that Gen Z watched lay on y'all mother's, grandmother's, grandpa's couch and got fussed at for not having a job. Y'all talking like y'all have a fucking blueprint. Y'all just not getting off y'all motherfucking ass. If y'all had the blueprint, we wouldn't have to be doing half of the that we doing right now. Y'all supposed to make it easier for the next generation, but y'all spent y'all lives enjoying life. So now y'all are in y'all late 30s, early 40s, doing the same thing that we motherfucking doing. Now we picking up the crumbs to take y'all motherfucking. You might be seeing a lot of Gen Z and you using them as lazy, but most of the time we not fucking lazy. We are tired. All this y'all said that y'all done back in the day.
Bro, somebody said this last year. Check back one of our videos, maybe 5 months ago. This nigga took the same talking points, word for word.
We can try to do that right now. It's gonna be 10 times as fucking hard. I am out here working 24/7. I done live like 7 fucking lives. You gotta damn near kill yourself just to get by in a society.
Go ahead and invest in AI.
It's the reason that a lot of today's happening is fucking happening because you just had a voice a long time ago and y'all still didn't use it. But now Gen Z talking. They disrespectful. But then when some good happened, Gen Z they know they can open up their mouth.
Nigga.
So like what is it? Y'all motherfuckers are the ones that been stuck in y'all ways for years and years and years. Half of the motherfuckers millennials are still living the same life that they've been living since they was 17 to 25 years old. So who's lazy?
Damn.
I'm aggravated. I love you, B. Simone. What you said, I didn't feel like
Gen Z.
Who are millennials? Us?
That's
I
us.
feel like they be lazy.
Oh shit.
And they want.
I think most of us
bro,
in
no
the
way.
workforce have a
No way. I'm still 20s, bro. I can't be. I can't. I'm not a millennial, bro. Niggas talking about 40? What?
No, you gotta remember, we're at the end.
Oh, okay.
We're at the end.
Oh, like towards the Gen Zers. We're closer to Gen Z a little bit. And Gen Z's like
Gen
2000?
Z is a couple years away from us. I
like
think it is 2000.
Yeah,
So we like right there at the end.
Yeah, that's crazy.
bone to pick with Gen Z. This app, and several others, where it's Instagram, YouTube, whatever, is full of people posting videos of them just leaving in the middle of the shift without telling anyone, or just saying, well, I'm just never going to show up to work again. I don't like it.
Poison.
On behalf of all of your coworkers, listen, I get if a job isn't for you. If it's not something you enjoy.
Yeah, not showing up is crazy.
Your boss,
gang, I ain't gonna lie. I used to have an ex that did this. She'd just be 1 minute late. Oh, fuck it. She turned around and come back to the crib. Yeah. I just look at her like, who the fuck you thought was gonna take care of you?
What?
You don't work, you don't make money. I'd rather go late than not go at all.
You should.
Toxic workplace, or maybe
shit was crazy, yeah.
Like,
what?
That's fine.
I gotta convince you to go to work.
Say, hey, you know what? This isn't working out. I'm not coming back. Or give a 2 weeks notice. Something. But whatever you do, don't just fucking not show up. I've had a few jobs I didn't like. I've had some bosses
Crazy
I
thing
didn't
is she was older than me, so she was a millennial.
I may not like them, but I would still at least give notice before I left. And I understand things have changed. Not everyone's giving a 2 week notice. You don't have to give a 2 week fucking notice. You just have to give a notice.
You want to know why it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed generations ever? It's because we
of their
are. But
outlook.
there's a real reason for that. Millennials and Gen Z are honestly the first two generations to see the bullshit for what it was. And not only that, we're the first two generations to actually speak out against the bullshit. Like me, for
bro, everything that he's about to say, I guarantee, is founded in worldly logic. And I know it because I know exactly the spiel he's going to talk about. He's going to talk about how we watch technology develop. He's going to talk about how we got caught up in fear systems because of social media. I know why. I know exactly what he's about to go down to. I used to sound just like this, right? Bro, I realized, gang, it's all about outlook. You change how you look at the world and your worldview, and all of this just stops mattering, bro. You start to smile more. You start to be more solution-oriented. Start being grateful during hard times.
Sure.
That is the key to a successful and fruitful life.
For example, I'm a millennial. I'm a younger millennial. I was born in 1991. Which
this shit be crazy because it's like they brainwash us to think backwards.
Generation that were told by our Gen X and Boomer parents.
Get caught up in the situation.
Degree,
no, don't let it go. Hold on to it.
All you gotta do, right? So we said, all right, cool. We went to college. We got our degrees and we started to graduate in the late 2000s and early 2010s. And those degrees didn't mean a damn thing. As a result, we looked at our Boomer and Gen X parents like, why the fuck did you lie to us like that? It's not their fault. They technically didn't lie to us because the reality of when they were growing up,
because they were brainwashed too, man.
In fact, a lot of our parents got turned down for jobs because they didn't have degrees. They just didn't know that the world would change right as they were telling us that. Bro, we are really the transitional guinea pig generation. Like when I was born, VHS and cassette tapes were popular. But when I graduated college, we had already started to transition into fully digital media libraries. Literally everything ended and began with my generation. Millennials,
I told you was going to go down this pathway.
Promises that we all thought we were going to be straight if we just followed the formula. That was never the case, bro. So now, here we are in our early 30s, mid 30s, late, some of us even in our early 40s
still fully bought into fear systems.
Still in apartments, still kind of just winging it.
Because let me ask you this. You can make mistakes. But I also realize, gang, you can fix your credit. You can fix your credit by a lot in 1 year, bro. By a lot. All you have to do, they want to see is that you're financially responsible. That is all credit means. Now, the income part, you know what I'm saying? Before, I would have related to you. But now I'm starting to understand, bro. You put in what you want. You put in for the lifestyle you want. You can't have a job worrying about how much money you're making if you never put yourself or put in the work to achieve a bigger position. You know what I'm saying?
In life. It's even crazier is the fact that the government still sees millennials as children. Not realizing that the oldest millennial is in their fucking 40s, bro. We're depressed because we're in a stagnant state. You know what I'm saying? We have not been able to grow. Most millennials' lives honestly have not changed over the last 10 years. You might make a little more money than you did back in 2014, but your living circumstances and all that kind of shit, most likely, it ain't really changed much. Still living in an apartment. You either got the credit score for a house, but you don't got the income, or you got the income, but you don't got the credit. And then with the interest rates being so crazy, it's honestly cheaper to rent a house than it is to buy one. Not to mention that millennials and Gen Z are the generations that just been bombarded with information for our entire lives. Like, yes, awareness is good, but listen, man, too much of anything is a bad thing. And too much awareness definitely takes a toll on your mental health, man. Like everyday war, genocide, famine, gas prices, interest rates, job market. We know too much is overwhelming. Everything's expensive now. When I was in college, I used to go to McDonald's and get a McDouble, a McChicken, a large fry, and a sweet tea for $5.35.
As long as you keep buying into that, bro, that will always be facts to you. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, yes, is McDonald's going up? But you know what we said a couple podcast videos ago? When people are making money, people are happy and people are just grateful to be alive, they're healthy. Does it seem like they even notice the rise in price of economy?
No.
Because they're living good and they're focusing on their success. And you know what I'm saying? They're focusing on other shit. I mean, I'm not going to say that in some way, shape, or form, they're not going to feel it because the economy is going up, bro. But I'm just saying it's just the outlook, bro. Money is going to go. But I find that money comes to you and opportunities to make more money open up to you when you're more of a, oh, you know what? Yeah, I know shit. That shit set me back a little, but it what it is. I had to do it, man.
Yeah.
Big setback, greater comeback. Boom.
Yeah.
You know the universe finna bless you.
For sure.
So it's really all outlook, man. We can doom about everything. But what is it doing? If you're gonna complain about the country, why don't you move? Why don't you live the lifestyle you want outside the country?
My McDonald's app cart the other day.
Sorry, man.
Was
this video is like,
my parents had the audacity to
when I hear shit like this, now I can't.
Motherfucker, you mean $4? So yeah, man, if it seems like millennials and Gen Z are just the most depressed and cynical ass generations, it's because we are. For a lot of valid ass reasons. None of us know what the hell going on.
Niggas just want to complain.
The direction that you choose in life, the things you choose to do, and the things you choose not to do. At this point, it's life or death. Whether that's eating healthier so you can avoid the drugs that the doctors are going to try to give you, or maybe even stepping out of the American dream and really pursuing the dream that you've created for yourself. Or if you ever had an idea in the back of your mind how you can elevate yourself to the next level to possibly escape the trap or the maze that the people at the top are trying to put you in, this is the time to take that serious. Like Eric Thomas once said it perfectly. When you want to succeed as much as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And right now, we're being suffocated by our government. So metaphorically, we can't breathe, which is why you need to start taking action.
I mean, I don't want to disagree with anybody's belief system, bro, because like I said, we are the subject of what we believe our realities are. So if you believe that I gotta be super, 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 super dedicated, all I have to be is super driven and on this to want this success as much as I want to breathe, then maybe you might achieve it. But that's if you really believe that you're gonna achieve this success. Because if you doubt yourself somewhat in some way, you're not gonna achieve it, brother. That's why I say I'd rather tell everybody to have a message of, once you achieve that self-love and you really know what you want out of life, then you just, boom, head first into that passion, because then you'll go at your own flow. It won't matter.
I don't believe any man should look down the street and say, oh my gosh, there's danger down the street, and just continues to walk down that street with no strategy of how he's going to survive that danger. And to some of y'all, this is not even new stuff to you. You know the problems with the healthcare system. You know the problems with the education system. You know how bad the job market is and that they're not hiring nobody. You know that most of the foods that we eat is just pushing us closer and closer to a tombstone. Most people know these things, but instead of making some type of change or some type of strategy, pen to paper, they're gonna improve their situation, they rather complain about it. Now, I don't know you personally. I don't know your exact situation. I do know that ChatGPT is free. And while everybody is scared of AI, you'll learn how to use AI as a tool to possibly get you out of this.
Ty, real talk, Ty. VG dap up.
Situation that you're in. Ask ChatGPT right now, how do I escape this rat race? This is how much I make. This is my credit score. This is how much debt I have. Help me clean this up.
Nah, what I will tell y'all boys is be careful. I know Ty just said ChatGPT is free. I recommend y'all pay for that $20. If y'all balling like that, spend the $200. Because what I will say is 2 reasons. ChatGPT hallucinates less. Hallucination means that it doesn't keep an accurate track of the results that you're really asking it for. And thus you get bullshit responses that seem like they're good and clear and reasoned. I've been using ChatGPT a lot, so I think I know what I'm talking about here. And then the second one would be like, if you pay for it, you know, I hear that when you're using shit free, they sell your data. If you pay for it, I think you get a little layer of extra protection. I'd also, if you don't want to lose any of your ideas, I'm just saying.
Be at this point next year. Okay, you need to do
or
X,
have your
Y,
whole
Z. Okay,
situation exposed.
Day-to-day
Be like, oh, this nigga broke.
You
need to stand ass to this nigga.
All of these things, but you know
never escape that shit.
They'd rather sit in their comfort after work. They go
Nigga
to
think
sleep.
he following ChatGPT. I got his whole roadmap.
And then they get back to work with no changes, and all these years are gonna pass by. And then they look up and be like, "Damn, the system did me dirty." Time waits for no man. You got to make your decisions now. What you gonna do with you and your family? That's up to you. Are you going to leave the country? Are you going to start doing research on how it looks out the country? You're going to start traveling more? But whatever you're going to do, you need to start curating your life, guide you down that path. Do not just let the system, the government, the foods, jobs decide what your future is going to look like. So the last thing I'm going to say is, look, man, it sucks. It sucks the way things are. It does. But what are you going to do? Are you going to lay down and keep playing their game? Or will you create your own game while the rest of the world complains about it? It's a sad reality that some people have to live in, but it is reality. But it's all a mentality. So what side are you sleeping on tonight? But anyways, y'all, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, turn on my post notifications and all that good stuff. I hope this was some type of value to somebody. I hope it really lit a fire, lit a match underneath
Real
somebody.
talk, Ty. Nah, this is a good video, Ty. You see, you got a whole 30 minutes out of me, Ty. I don't really yap this much. You know, VG standard 20 for the Ty video.
Yeah, man. like he said, y'all boys just gotta have a plan, bro. And as the world change, you gotta change too. You gotta be able to pivot also with the world. So you feel me? The economy goes up. Hey, you feel me? If you want a better lifestyle, it's all about the reality that you want to create.
Facts.
You gotta get a better job. You gotta get a business that pays you more, or try to expand your business.
Market yourself.
You gotta roll with the punches, bro.
Market yourself, bro. Go out there, go get some trades under your belt. Go get some certifications. If you see yourself as a nigga who can walk in that room and nobody can tell you no, you gotta make yourself that. You can't just sit on your ass and I'm manifesting that reality, and the certifications just go drop in your lap without you even applying for them. What the fuck? If you
manifest or not, you still gotta put that work in.
What? GG, my boy. Man, y'all already know, y'all made it to the end of another video, man. We spit some real game. Shout out to Ty, good video. Love y'all, grateful for y'all, man. Go ahead, binge the rest of the videos on the channel. And you already know we out.